Hey everybody. So this is surprisingly good news. I know that's a weird thing to say. Typically when you talk about suing someone, it's not a good thing. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, most likely for the person, you know, infringing on Ruby's copyright, it is not. But for us Ruby fans, it might actually be a really good thing. So as you all read the title, and I'm guessing you've been hearing about it. Viz Media wins up to 26 million in damages following Ruby lawsuit, right? So, I was reading the article, and basically, 100 entities, so people most likely, could also be AI because we live in a society, have been copyright infringing on Ruby. And so the United States District Court of Northern, one of the many justice systems, not technically justice system, but like section of it, basically, said that they have to pay damages to Viz, right? So, as you can see here, 131 remaining defendants in the lawsuit will pay 100,000 in damages. So as you can see, total of 200,000 per person. Well, 200,000 per person. 131 remaining defendants. So 130 times equals 26 million in damages. So yeah. As you can see, these are all the people. That's a US bubble tea. I'm sorry, I didn't fully look at this entire list. Not the whole list. I looked at the article, but not the list. US bubble tea. Okay. But anyway, so obviously, as you can see from a bunch of people here, a decent chunk of these were dismissed. However, a lot of them were, well, awarded. So, yeah. So this means that Viz will, keyword being will, be gaining most likely around 26 million in the lawsuit. So it is quite a solid day for us Ruby fans, considering this is also additional money. So that can mean that since it's, even if Ruby was not necessarily planning to be funded this year, this additional money could definitely be put forward to Ruby, and it would logically make sense. So if Viz was able to win this money because of Ruby, they might see Ruby as a good financial, I guess, investment. So there is a major possibility that they invest this money into the TV show, which would be really ironic if Volume 10 gets made because some people tried to make unofficial Ruby merch and then got sued. That would be unbelievably hilarious to me. Now, obviously, unfortunately, Viz is a company. I'm not trying to speak bad of Viz, but they are a company, right? So most likely, they will take this money and at least just pocket a lot of it or put it towards other projects. But on the other hand, 26 million is a lot of money, and as you know, I've done videos in the past on the cost of Ruby Volume 10 and what that could theoretically look like. I estimated anywhere between 10 to 15 million. Well, a lot of you guys did go to grade school. I really hope so. And 26 is a bigger number than 15, so we are having the money. So there is a possibility. Plus, theoretically, I guess the ultimate, like the best scenario you could possibly get right now is if all 26 million went towards Ruby. And if that were the case, that would be insane. I've already made a joke about how if Ruby can make Volume 9 for under all of Ruby Volume 9 for under 20 million, imagine what they could do for third. Like imagine if they made volume 8 for under 10 million, imagine what they could make with 20 million. Well, here's 20 million right here, you know? And honestly, I really do think that this is a really positive turnout for the show, and it is a W for us Rwby fans. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about it and kind of just questions going forward. Obviously, we should not, fully say one thing or the other. I'm not going to say, oh, this basically confirms that they have enough money for. Obviously, not everything is set in stone, but I do think this not only provides additional money to Viz Media that could very easily be pushed into Rwby Volume 10, which would be really good, but also it could put the idea in Viz's head that Rwby is a franchise that can make a lot of money. So, if they think that Rwby is a financially viable series, they will most likely have it continue. Obviously, the ideal is making Volume 10, but there is also the possibility of a remake of Volume 1, and there's a possibility of another spin-off, or even another book. We're obviously all in the dark right now. I'm not trying to say one thing or the other, and I'm not trying to give you guys any fake news, but hey, it's out there. I think this will at least help Rwby get back on its footing. Now, whether that be through just staying in our minds for a longer period of time, or whether that means an actual continuation or additional content being added, we will see. But for now, that's all I can say. Anyway, today was an exciting article. I hope you all enjoy. I am signing off.